Thank you, Emma. League One is set to be an open, engaging, intriguing watch this term. There are many established sides at this level who will fancy their chances of success this season, as well as the new boys who've settled in very nicely indeed. Tonight our third tier offering sees South Yorkshire host West Yorkshire. It's the team at the top visiting the side pretty much at the bottom. Well, the New York Stadium will now honour one of Rotherham's favourite sons, Ken Horton, who passed away this week aged 86. He was a local lad who left school to work in the local colliery before living out his dream as a footballer. He scored 68 goals in 176 appearances for Rotherham, helping the club reach the inaugural League Cup final in 1961, where they finished runners-up to Aston Villa. Here's Benson, helping on to Dan Gore. Nicely done by Atete, and now Powell can stretch his legs. Lovely little break this, and there's room here for Hall, and Walker manages to save the day for Bradford City, and then the flag is up for offside. But for a moment there, the table-topping side were on the ropes.
Yeah, that was a big chance, wasn't it, for Rotherham? Joe Powell powers through that midfield area, good close control. He gets his head up and he sees the pass, and Denzel Hall finds himself in such a good area, takes his time, gets it on his left foot, but doesn't quite get the connection to really test Sam Walker, and it's a comfortable save.
Byrie is caught here. Bradford City in nice and early, and the chance goes begging from Will Swan, and that's not like him this season.
And a big chance at both ends. And this is the man you'd want it to fall to. His first touch is excellent as it's played over the top, keeps himself onside. Just about possibly, but that first touch is brilliant, takes him away from the defence. And once he gets into that position, you really do fancy him. It is still a tough chance. It is Rotherham playing a very high line. Got the young back three, they want to rely on their pace, but there is space in behind like now.
Here go Bradford City again. Sarcevic this time ushers it through to Swan. This time it's Cameron Dawson who thwarts him. Lively start at both ends in this one. Bradford City have already passed up two opportunities to lead.
Yeah, that high line is causing Rotherham some problems. It's a late run from Sarcevic, which isn't tracked, isn't marked, from inside his own half. Lovely pass. Clever run from Sarcevic, picks out Swan, and once again he looks a lot more calm on this occasion. He looks confident, but it's an excellent save from Dawson, makes himself big. Swan opens up his body, and it's a terrific save.
So they'll start again with Rafferty. Hall. Benson, Hall again. Lovely little move! Super Rotherham goal! So well worked, really nicely taken. That is more like it from the hosts. Spurred on by their recent stutters and stumbles, Rotherham United lead in style.
Well, they played the better football, there's no doubt about that, and we saw it all come together in this moment. It starts with the tenacity, they're rushing Bradford into a clearance, but then they have some calm. Rafferty picks out a clean pass into Denzel Hall, little link-up play round the corner with Benson, gets it back. Once again, wants to drive inside his left foot. Lovely little move, Martha. Benson comes to Hall. Sam Walker slightly unsighted as it gets hit. It goes through the legs of a defender, but concentrates on the technique, hits the target, and it's a super goal, it really is.
And now Swan trying to step away from the Rotherham backline. He just couldn't quite get it under control. It's a gift though, and the strike had plenty of power on it from Alex Pattison. Cameron Dawson had to stand strong. Rafferty back for Baptiste, who took his time and took a chance. Sarcevic, Pattison is running through. Now, what's going to happen here? There's a yellow card for Will Swan for getting involved. And it's a yellow for Baptiste for the challenge.
A little bit of relief maybe for Jamal Baptiste, who makes two mistakes. Tries a clever little turn on the halfway line. Sarcevic reads it, that starts the attack. And then he just wasn't aware of the run of Pattison.
It is Toure, and Dawson had the answer. And then smashed into the mix by Tyreek Wright, who didn't get the connection right.
He opted to go goalkeeper side. Hard to get up and over that wall, through bodies.
A minimum of 3 minutes to add on to the half. Powell caught as he offloaded, but advantage played. Benson now. Gore running from deep. Etete is through, but he was watched all the way by Toure.
Joe Powell's not moving too well in the middle of the pitch. Might be from this tackle here from Swan, who's already on a booking. And it is a bit of a nasty one. Tries to wrap his leg around. Rakes his studs down the shin of Powell, who's feeling the effects of it. Got away with one there, Will Swan.
Thank you, Emmy. Yes, one change for Rotherham at the break, and it's an attacking change, or at least a change up top. It's Keon Etete who makes way and was struggling a little bit towards the end of that first half after a couple of heavy challenges. Martin Sharif, who's just back from injury himself, comes on for Rotherham United. Lovely little run by Martha, and he saw James charging through. Reece James, and on a plate for Sharif. What a night it's turning out to be for Rotherham.
Yeah, it all starts with a little pocket of space from Martha, and he glides with such poise when he moves with the ball. Sees the run from Reece James. I spoke before the match about him having the quality to deliver these sorts of moments. And Martin Sharif, who's been so involved in this opening 5 minutes, the second half since coming on, he does what all good strikers do. Get between the goalposts, make sure you're first to the ball, and he gets himself a tap in. What a start for Rotherham to double their lead.
Some thinking to do now for the Bradford City hierarchy. James and Pattison with a header. Forward by Wright. Something for Swan to chase here with Agbaire. Neufville joining in. Oh, it's a lovely ball, and anyhow will do for Sarcevic. Improvisation.
Yeah, needed a moment, Bradford. And again, it's the ball over the top which causes the problems. Good work from Swan in the hold-up play. Clever ball into the box as well. And then Sarcevic comes in really quickly. Has to quickly think, how can I get this ball on target? Inventive.
And the only manager to beat Bradford City in the league so far this season is Doncaster Rovers' Grant McCann. A 3-1 victory on his own patch. They are, of course, missing the steadying influence in midfield tonight of Max Power, suspended after picking up 5 bookings. He played in 13 of Bradford City's 14 games in all competitions before tonight.
Big miss.
Forward by Toure, towards Humphreys. Neat little knockdown. Cook took it on. Pattison, maybe! Well, he couldn't take advantage of the advantage.
Huge chance. Going direct into Humphreys, heads it down into a lovely area. Then there's runners, first from Cook, We wanted the foul, but the advantage had to be played. That's a poor finish, just doesn't quite get the contact he needs, hits it into the ground. And it bounces up and harmlessly wide. Haven't had too many of those moments in the second half. In front of the Bradford fans, he knows it's a big chance that's gone.
Well, here's Cook trying to tuck himself in behind the Rotherham back line. He's got Patterson free. Here is Patterson! From 2 down to 2-2. That's what teams do when they're near the top. And this team is determined to stay at the top.
Well, he wasn't going to miss the second chance. The long ball has caused problems as soon as it bounces. Agbire is in a lot of trouble. Decides not to win it, lets it bounce. Cook's too clever for that. But as he then turns, he knows the runner Patterson's there. Wonderful awareness from Cook. That's what creates the goal. Gets himself between Agbire and the ball. And as he goes down there, he's seen that run, swivels on it, perfect pass. Gets his head up. Make sure he hits the target on this occasion, and as you do that, you need a little bit of luck, and it slides through the legs of Cameron Dawson.
And the lead has evaporated. Now they felt just before the goal that they should have had a throw-in, which was given Bradford City's way. This is why there was some disagreement with the fact the goal was allowed.
Yeah, it did look like Bobby Pointon got the last touch that went across him. See Joel Powell furious with a decision.
Toure in towards Humphreys, and that is that. A pulsating encounter from which both emerge with a point. Struggling Rotherham battled and fought and played and led, not just 1-0 but 2-0. But Bradford City, table toppers, came roaring back at them. The equaliser from Sarcevic, or the first goal from Sarcevic, and then the equaliser from Patterson. Well-crafted goals on the night. A real contest between two Yorkshire sides, which sometimes was a little hectic and had its moments along the way too. Both sides will be frustrated perhaps to only leave with a point, but it's on as even. Rotherham United 2, Bradford City 2.